What's happening? Whew, I know it's been a minute. I was on vacation, went out to the Bahamas on a cruise. Man, that shit was bomb. Feel rejuvenated, but I'm back in this motherfucker, back at work. Uh, so yeah, before I left, I was saying I was gonna make a video about dealing with adversity and shit like that at work. So basically, what happened was I had a guy. He not the boss. I think he more like just the guy to make sure we doing what we doing, make sure we doing what we supposed to be doing. He come up to me the first time. It was just we got a list of moves. You're supposed to start from the top, go to the bottom. That's the way they like to do it on day. The first time, I guess I must have skipped a move. Now, mind you, I've been busting moves out, had the most moves and all that shit. But these computers are glitchy, and sometimes you got the sunlight, you can't really see what you're pressing. Apparently, I must have skipped a move. Now, I don't know if I did or not, but he come up to me like, "Hey, why you skip such and such move?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I've been grabbing from the top like you told me." He like, "I just sat and watched you do it." I'm like, "All right, hey, if I skipped it, I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. Maybe it was the computer that I know sometimes these computer glitches, but I'll be more diligent." This motherfucker looked at me, shook his head, and drove off. And to me, man, that's the bullshit right there, right? That's not how that's not how you deal with people. That's not how you handle those type of situations. But I let it roll off my back. I said, whatever. Kept on going, doing it the way, from the top to the bottom, whatever. Mind you, I'll sit and I'll watch the board and I see that there's people skipping moves. There's moves at the top that should be taken first, but they skipping down. But that's on them, not me. I'm going to keep doing from the top like I was told. This is how they told me to do the job. This is how they want me to do it. This is how I'm going to do it. So, boom, about a week go past. Same dude. Me and him, I put a trailer in the door. He put the trailer in the door like 2 doors down from me. A move pop up on the board. It's an undesirable move. It's a container. It's really all the same to me, but for whatever reason, they just a little bit more undesirable. I don't like them because they feel like they could tip over. But I still do them. So he look at me when the move pop up. He look at me, so I look back at him, and we just staring at each other for a second. And then I drive. I'm about to go grab the move. I start driving up the aisle to go grab the move, and as I click to enter into the move, it's gone. I'm like, what? So I back out the screen, refresh my screen to make sure it's gone. The move is gone. That means somebody picked it up. I'm like, cool, that's what's up. Then all of a sudden, the board updates, bing, there's the move again. So that means somebody picked it up and kicked it back out. I didn't say nothing. I just grabbed it, went and completed the move. And as I'm getting done completing the move, here come the dude again. Hey, next time you see the move pop up, don't just stare at it, just grab it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just completed this move. He's like, yeah, I know you did it, but you were waiting to see if somebody else was gonna grab it. I'm like, how could you possibly know that? First off, how could you possibly know what I'm thinking? And I said, number two, I grabbed the move and I was going to grab it. I was going in the aisle to grab it, but somebody picked it up first. And they kicked it out. I'm like, did you happen to catch that if you were watching it? Because he's like, yo, I'm sitting here watching you. I'm like, did you catch that somebody picked it up and kicked it out? He like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, so do you know who do it? You know what I mean? Like, I think that'd be a big issue if somebody picking up moves and kicking them back out. He like, I don't know who did and I don't care. Drove off. I said, oh, I'm mad. I'm like, I'm a little heated because you just said you don't care about a motherfucker, basically skipping moves. But you on my ass about a move that I did. Whether it took me too long to pick it up or whatever. I picked it up and I did it. So I'm a little heated. So I let some time go by. Then I pull back up on him. I'm like, hey, because I want to diffuse the situation. I want to make sure it ain't me that's tripping. So I pull back up on him. I'm like, hey, man, I don't want no tension between me and you. I just want to talk about this. Hey, so look, this is what happened. I know the move popped up. I tried to grab it. It was gone. Then all of a sudden it popped back up. I'm like, you didn't grab it and kick it back out? Because I saw you behind me. He like, nah, I don't know and I don't care. I'm like, I think that's a big deal that somebody's picking up moves and kicking it out. Like, don't you think that's an issue? Especially, I think that's a bigger issue than somebody grabbing the move too late or something like that. And he know I'm right. And low key, I think it was him who picked the move up and kicked it back out just to see if I pick it up. So he go back to, hey, if you got a problem with the way I do things, then go talk to the boss. So I said, okay. I said, all right, look, I'm gonna go talk. And he tried to drive off while I'm, trying to say what I got to say. I say, hey, look, if that's the case, then don't tell me nothing else. Go straight to the boss, and I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do from here on out. Told him just like that. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do from here on out. So, and that's what I've been doing. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's not me being an asshole. That's me saying, look, you're not just gonna talk to me crazy. You're not gonna disrespect me. I'm not a child. You're not finna get on me about work that I actually did and tell me don't wait too long to grab it. You know what I mean? Like, I know I done said this on a few of my other videos, is that's one thing that I hate about 9 to 5s is some of these people, they'll sit and they'll talk to you like you're a child. And I ain't going for none of that shit. But other than that, I mean, the job is still good. The money's still good. It's just that one particular person I don't deal with no more. Now, he tried to come back around and, like some days after that and be nice and try to say little nice shit, but it's up and it's stuck. Yeah, I'll say hi to you and shit like that, but outside of that, you ain't got nothing else to say to me, man. Nothing else, So that's pretty much it. And that's how I deal with it. Like, 'cause I know I do good at my job. I see the numbers at the end of the week. I see how many trailers I'm moving. And ain't nobody else said nothing about my performance but you. So it seemed like the problem with you, and the boss never must have told him that, like, hey, leave him the fuck alone, 'cause he ain't, you know what I mean? We need this dude. So, but that's how I handle it. Is if somebody talking shit and they don't directly affect your job, like they can't give you no disciplinary action, they can't fire you, this, that, and the other, then fuck them, man. Fuck them and feed them beans, bro. Like, you just keep doing what you got to do. Don't let nobody trick you out your position. All right? Because low key, that's kind of what a motherfucker might want you to do. Because whether you right or wrong, the minute you blow up, and let's say you react with some physical violence, or you just blow all the way up, cuss them the fuck out, now it don't even matter what they did or what happened. They just gonna focus on, oh, this person is crazy. You know what I mean? Or this person, they can't handle themselves well. So keep your composure. Number one. You know what I mean? Number two is, if you need some time to just blow off some steam, do that. Just leave, blow off some steam, and come back around to it. That's what I did with Buddy. I was hot. I didn't really want to say nothing right then, because my words might have came out a little spicy. So I just took a little bit, came back around, and had to make sure I wasn't tripping. And I came to him respectfully to try to talk about our issue. He was not willing to do that. So at that point, fuck him. I'm going to do what I want. And me and you, we can't fix this now. You told me to go talk to somebody else, so that's what I did. You feel me? And I need you to have that same treatment. Don't come to me about nothing I'm doing. Go tell the boss, or go tell whoever you need to. You can't tell me shit no more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But don't let nobody stop you from getting your money. You feel me? Like, it ain't affecting me getting my money. You can't write me up. You can't do shit, but go tell the boss. What the boss gonna do? They gonna go look and see if Warren's performing. You feel me? And I'm performing well. So that's pretty much it. That would have come down to, man, as long as you're doing what you put. Now, this is my only issue, is I'm late. I be late. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been slacking, because I live a couple hours away. And on top of that, I realized they don't really got no, they're not really too strict about, attendance. So I can roll in a little bit late. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So yeah, that's my one critique for myself here, is I think I can do better with, being here on time and shit like that. But the only person that affects is me. That just take money out of my check. You feel me? You remember when I first started, I wasn't missing a minute. I was here on time, but still. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make sure you handle yourself, in a manner that ain't nobody gonna look at you like you crazy, whether you right or wrong. As long as you always handle it decently, that's all that matters. All right, I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to it. About to be off in a minute. But yeah, remember, you can do whatever you want to do. You feel me? Set your mind to it. Get a plan. You know, you ain't got no limits. Only limits you have is the ones you place on yourself. And I'm gonna holler at y'all 100.